Yeah, I hear about this constantly from my own constituents, but this is on the front page of the Times. It's about fuel poverty predicted to hit 40% of UK households. And it really talks about the dilemma facing the Chancellor Rishi Sunak over doing something and introducing a windfall tax on oil and gas companies. Now, we know that, the Chancellor faces a huge dilemma with this because the Conservatives, are saying this is an unconservative tax. And so there is quite a lot of scepticism within the Conservative Party. But, 7 out of 10 Brits are in favour of a windfall tax and feel like this would actually help ease some of the pressures on households in the UK. Just to say, this was in the Labour manifesto in 2019, a pledge that Labour made, and actually put forward a vote which the government voted down, an amendment for the Queen's speech. And so this really is a story about the Chancellor having to do something to try and ease the pressure on families.
I sometimes think when we talk about the windfall tax, it's unhelpful on both sides to claim who came up with the idea, because Labour banging on and on and on about this being a good idea actually deters the Conservative government from going for it, because they don't want to be accused of pinching an idea. So actually, at the end of the day, what's the best approach to help people? Let's not necessarily try and claim ownership of things. Do you accept that sometimes politicising it is unhelpful?
Well, the Labour Party's job is to oppose and to provide other alternatives.
But what about celebrating if the government decides to accept a Labour policy rather than trying to...
Definitely, I think there will be councillors up and down the country, as well as Labour MPs, who will celebrate when this is put into practice, because this is something that the Labour Party has been asking for a really long time now.
Well, Peymana, I have to say, it's going to happen. I don't care what comes out of number 10 or number 11 or whatever. There will be some sort of penalty imposed on these energy companies, which will make its way back into the Exchequer, or indeed... how would you like, that's the whole point, how would you like to see this implemented? If there was a windfall tax, immediately, what is the best way to distribute it?
I think that we need, especially families on low incomes who are struggling to pay, gas and electric bills, this money needs to be distributed to those families. I mean, I have constituents who are really struggling, who can't keep their homes warm right now.
How do they do that? I mean, Isabel was saying, why don't you just cut VAT on their energy bills?
I think sometimes it's really important that cash is given direct into people's hands, because they know how best to use that. And I think that, we've seen energy rebates currently that are going out to households across the UK, £150 here and there to try and help.